What have you all done with the fangirl?
Kidnapped.
Why?
I'll never tell.
He'll never tell. I'll probably tell you. But he will never tell you.
And where?
This prisoner's dilemma is going off the rails very quickly.
Yeah. Have you seen Prisoners?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
No.
Great movie.
That is a good movie.
Very good.
Is it new?
Wolverine.
2013, 14.
What's it about?
Older.
Hugh
Who's in it?
Jackman and
Prisoners.
Yeah, it's about prisoners, yeah.
My God.
damn it, why is his name escaping?
Jake Gyllenhaal, Hugh Jackman, Terrence Howard.
Thank you.
Yep.
Couldn't remember his name.
Terrence Howard.
Oh, okay.
It's about two girls who are kidnapped, little girls, and the family's trying to find them, and they suspect this one guy, but they don't know.
Yeah, okay.
And the guy who they suspected was the young priest from There Will Be Blood.
Yes, I remember seeing
That's
trailers.
the son
now.
from Little Miss Sunshine, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Paul Dano.
Yes.
Yeah, Paul Dano.
Yes, and he was in Taking Lives.
Yeah. He's a good actor. He's an underrated
Yeah.
actor. Yeah. Off that, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Threading and Dreading.
Oh yeah, that's why we're here.
And we digress.
We're going to talk about prisoners and kidnappings. Yay! I once again am the Projectionist, and to my left we have.
The goddess of gore.
How are you?
Great.
You're great.
I don't believe you.
Just
Yeah, as I say, that's a very hesitant great. I'm sorry your other half isn't here tonight.
it's okay.
The better half.
The better half.
Better than your other.
Well, no,
other-
she's the better half.
No,
well, they're
better
equal
than the
halves.
other half.
How can one be
That's why I said
other
other
halves?
All right, let's all
Put
take
words
a
into
breath.
my mouth.
I know what you meant now.
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately, everyone, the fangirl's currently in Hong Kong.
A different
but
country.
A different country.
Redacted.
Expletive deleted.
She is from a hidden bunker.
Yes.
She is sick.
Well, she might be,
Like
but...
wicked
We can use
sick.
any one of these now.
Yeah, just intercut them all.
She has been kidnapped.
At the aquarium.
She took a trip to the zoo.
Ah.
She's kicking rocks.
Oh, okay.
She took a train to Istanbul.
She is
That's
singing
Turkey.
in the rain.
Istanbul. Turkey.
Supposed to West
You can get a
Istanbul.
train all the way over there. She took a
time
train to
ago.
Pottstown. Is that more
Nobody knows
believable?
why they changed it except the Turks.
Doesn't matter to the Turks.
Sure does.
Oh, welcome back.
She's
Are you
fine.
talking to me?
And we digress.
I got lost.
That's
Sorry.
okay. Next to the goddess we
That's
have.
it. She's lost.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
she's lost. She'll be here eventually.
She'll be here in
She's filming.
Back.
She'll be here in 2 weeks.
She's
Give her
trying
a
to
month.
drive
Yeah,
here.
give her about a
and
month,
She
she'll
can't
be
quite
back.
find
She'll
her
be
way.
She's filming the season finale to Lost.
Ah, yeah. She got to the curvy road, but got lost on the straight road.
Right.
Ah, yes.
Got a bad feeling about this plane.
Anyway, next to the goddess we have.
Dystopian.
How are you, sir?
Very well.
Thank you for bringing the booze tonight.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, I
And-
brought booze.
You brought booze as well.
Yeah,
yes.
nobody cares, man.
I haven't gotten to you yet. I would thank you for the
Wait
booze
your
as well.
turn.
I'm always last. This is bullshit.
We don't care, man.
That's
You
good.
could have sat here. Then you,
You
wouldn't
coulda
have
sat in the
left.
I wanted to, but then nobody
Oh,
invited me.
Oh,
I didn't know you needed a formal
yeah.
invitation.
He's a child. He can't make
Is
that
it-
decision on his own.
Child.
Even when the fangirl isn't here, it's just like a reserved sign for her.
Right. Like my phone is kind of sitting near the nook, and I'm afraid it's gonna just burst into flames.
You shall not sit here.
She knows.
Yeah.
She knows.
Right now, she got a chill down her
Her
spine.
ears are ringing.
Dystopian.
And what kind of brew is this again?
This is brought to you by the Second Story Brewing Company of Philadelphia.
Delicious.
It's a lager.
It's a very good lager.
It's
Thank you.
Fritzy's lager, to be exact.
Fritzy's.
Fritzy's lager.
Yep. Good old Fritzy.
Very cool.
I don't know.
Is it like, are they trying to like make a knock on German people? Like, Fritzy. You know, I don't understand.
Probably
I don't
not.
work there.
I don't.
I feel like if it was like Augustus's lager, then maybe.
Probably just
That's
a
what we're gonna
nickname
do. We're
for
gonna make
someone.
5
Hitler's
different
lager.
brews, and each one named after a child
Hitlager.
from Charlie and Chocolate Factory. One of them will be Augustus.
Nice.
It'll be
It's
a
fire,
chocolate.
man.
It'll be a chocolate stout. Yeah.
Oh, very nice. You earn points for that.
I love chocolate
Yay.
stout. I want a chocolate stout. Now.
Boo.
Chocolate stout.
I'm
sounds
not
good.
crying.
What?
I'm not crying.
You're not crying.
Better start.
Better not.
Give you something to cry about.
Oh, this podcast is going to be
Next
the
to-
death of me.
Next to the dystopian, we have.
Black Lantern.
How are you, sir?
Wonderful.
Thank you for coming back.
You're welcome.
When did Black Lantern become Batman?
He's always been Batman.
Black Lantern Man.
Black Lantern Man?
Nah, I'm fine. Thanks.
But to say, Batman has been a Black Lantern.
Hey.
That can work.
See?
And he's evil as fuck.
I planned that whole thing.
Well, there you go. Which is a whole weird thing they did in the comics when the Blackest Night occurred, where all the dead superheroes are coming back to life as Black Lanterns, and Batman was one of them. Batman had actually just died, and he was brought back as a Black Lantern. But it turns out that wasn't him. It was a clone. They retconned it. It's like, oh, it's just some clone of Bruce. I'm like, what the fuck?
It would have been way cooler.
I know.
Lame.
I know. That was kind of a
Womp
cop-out.
womp.
Yeah.
Fucking that whole thing's a letdown now.
Well, yeah,
That's true.
But he got to become a White Lantern, which was kind of cool.
That kind of racist, but it's fine.
Well, have you seen the DC universe?
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's a rainbow.
It's a rain. And Dystopian's leaving. Oh, no.
How's everyone doing?
Great.
Good.
I brought beer too.
Oh yeah, thank you for bringing your beer. The Stella and the Guinness and the Winter Lager. Thank you.
Yeah, shout out to those breweries too.
Shout-
Support your local breweries.
And your overseas breweries, apparently.
Yeah.
And you're
or
not
massive
so local.
multi-conglomerate breweries.
I would support more local breweries if they brought beer to my house.
You have beer delivered to your house? By
Maybe I
Guinness?
do.
Like a milk bin. You have a beer man? Really?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Why is that not a business?
Oh my God! Yes.
Super Troopers.
Yes.
Remember they delivered the keg at the
Yeah.
end of the movie?
We need to start doing that on the
That-
weekends.
Right fucking here, dude. I'll
Dude.
high five your elbow.
On campus, you'd never go out of business. You'd have work all year.
Yep.
It would be a pain in the ass.
Well, think
but
about that.
That's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, but think about
Yeah.
that. They're when they have to go out and make beer runs, they're not technically supposed to be driving,
Right.
so you have people deliver it for you.
Yep.
Holy fuck! How's
So
no one
let's
thought of
stop-
this?
Let's go ahead and stop recording so no one gets our idea.
No. let's steal this
Let's
idea.
just fix the idea and get it all set up before it's produced.
Right.
No, that's a terrible idea, guys. You don't want to do that at all.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's just omit this whole conversation from the podcast,
Right.
and
Yep.
we will just start a multi-million-dollar business venture.
So snacks are good. That's what we've been talking about
delicious.
the last 10 minutes.
Danish cookies.
Where's the fangirl?
Oh my God, she's not here anymore.
She's lost.
She's in a brewery.
She's in a brewery.
I don't know.
Goddamn brewery.
She's stuck in time and space. She's lost.
She's the Flash.
Oh, she's Barry.
Ground control to fangirl.
This is
Major-
ground
Major
control to fangirl.
Doesn't have.
Girl.
Is girl 2 syllables though?
Depends on where you're from.
Girl.
Yeah, see? Got a little put stank on it. You know what I'm saying?
But otherwise, it's just girl. Like
Girl.
It's
That's-
just one.
is that a-
Girl.
that one syllable?
It is one syllable.
Yeah.
ass.
One
That's because
vowel,
English is
so-
crazy. We just mash letters into one syllable.
That's a syllable now. It's like a drunk word, like Jim Brewer. Wasn't
right.
it? Was it Jim? No,
No,
it
it
was,
was
Dana
Dana
Carvey.
Yeah.
Right.
High school. Different.
Yep. Shit.
What?
Oh, fuck that up. It's the judicial system. Yep.
Oh, we are fucked tonight.
Oh man.
So what are we here for?
We're here for trailers.
Oh,
digress.
If there's nothing else you guys wanted to touch on before we get into the trailers,
Please God, no.
Yeah, I think we've had enough of random talk for today.
very nice.
Did you snort?
Hurt, yes.
Oh, it's contagious.
our first one being All Nighter.
You don't think she got kidnapped, do you?
So what is it that you do exactly? We used to joke that you were an arms dealer.
I'm in procurement.
Look out! So amazing when I was like, look out!
You're a real lifesaver.
This is directed by Gavin Wyson. He's only directed one film, which is The Art of Getting By, which I've never heard of. This is basically his
not a thing.
first major release.
It got by my radar. I never heard of it.
Mine as well. In this, we have Emil Hirsch, or
Hirsch.
That's
Okay.
doesn't matter.
No, it's a name.
Emil Hirsch.
Use your words. Use your
I mean,
letters.
you can't tell someone that's a weird way of spelling their last name.
Okay.
It's a name.
If I tell you my name is Michael and I spell it with a $sign, that's going to be a weird way of spelling my name, isn't
Yo,
it?
that's off to Hizzy, man.
Yeah, but where would the $sign be?
Yeah. But
The
that's
C?
a first
The C could be a cent
name.
sign.
There you
Yeah.
go. That's a first
Hey.
name. If your last name is like a family name, what can you do about it? Nothing. You just spell it how they've spelled
I would
it.
blame the Polish.
I was going to say the people
Ellis
who...
Island.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
who
because they
wrote the
fucked
names
everything
down.
up.
Yeah.
But they weren't Polish.
No, I'm blaming the Polish.
Oh.
That's all.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
It has nothing to do with whether or not.
Wow. It went off
It
the
is
rails.
Polish.
Anyway, he was in The Girl Next Door, as well as recently he was in the Autopsy of Jane Doe, if you remember talking about that one.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
in a
right.
lot
Oh,
of
it was the
movies.
Alpha Dog, right?
Yeah, he was in Alpha
That was
Dogs,
Such
yeah.
a cool movie.
He was in that wild...
Thornberries.
No, that would have been pretty cool, though.
Nigel Thornberry.
That
was
not
fucking
Wild
terrible.
Thing.
Into the what? No. Is that what it... Where he goes off on his own. I
Strange
think it's
Wilderness.
based on a book.
This sounds familiar, but I don't remember the name
He
of it.
like
Sorry.
goes out in the wild by himself and he lives. I never saw it, but
Oh,
he's
I'm
in
sorry.
that movie.
We also have J.K. Simmons, who
Hey.
is amazing.
Huzzah.
Of course, coming off of Whiplash, and he's currently slated to be Commissioner Gordon in the DC universe.
That's so weird how they just switch so
I know. It's
And he was like, all right, I'm no longer Spider-Man. I'm Batman.
he was Spider-Man.
No,
and now
no,
he's
no.
Batman.
No
I know
longer
what
in
you-
Spider-Man. Now he's going to Batman.
We also have Kristen Schaal, and she was in the Last Man on Earth. She also does the voice of Mabel on Gravity Falls.
Oh yeah, she's in a
And
lot,
Bob's
too.
Burgers.
and Bob's Burgers.
Yeah.
Yep.
And It's
She
Always
has a lot
Sunny.
of voice. Yeah. Yes.
Yes, she is occasionally on Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Yeah,
She's the
She's
girl
very
that was
funny.
obsessed with Charlie.
The Greasy family. I forget what they're.
No, she's
she
not a
wasn't.
McBoyle.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Yeah, she wasn't
no, she's not a
McBoyle.
McBoyle. I thought she was.
Not a McBoyle. She was just like a weird friend neighbor thing.
Yeah, but like he liked the waitress, and she was always like,
Correct.
yeah.
Waitress.
Gotcha. Okay.
Bitch. Personally, I like Kristen Schaal.
Yeah,
She's fucking hilarious.
she is.
We also have Analia Tipton, and she was in Warm Bodies. The plot of this, correct me if I'm wrong, but it just seems like it's like an alternate version of Taken. It's basically we have J.K. Simmons playing the role of Liam Neeson in this, and
Yeah.
basically he's going out to try and find his daughter, but now he has to like basically bring the ex-boyfriend along for the
Oh
ride.
yeah, this is like the comedy side of Taken, though. It's
Yeah.
like the Pineapple Express kind of action comedy
Exactly.
Right.
thing.
And
I
there,
was, I was thinking it was more along like an alternate version of. Oh my God, why can't I think of what the hell it's called right now?
Want to look it up?
who's in it?
It's the no. I have to think of it.
Do you want to look it up?
Think.
No. Blood has to shoot out of her ears first. I mean, that's how I feel when I can't think of something. Like, I'm going to give myself a brain hemorrhage.
Oh no.
Oh my God! I just had it in my
Insert
head.
Jeopardy music.
It was. It's the Zach Galifianakis and the
Hangover.
Doug Hangover. Yes.
Wow.
That was close.
I don't know why I couldn't think of it, but it was there and then it was gone. But
Because missing person.
yes, and
Okay.
like
And-
funny, and we kind of find him.
All right, that's fair.
Zany.
Zany.
Ooh, buzzword.
Funny. I've never put J.K. Simmons and zany in the same sentence.
Yes, you have.
You saw Whiplash.
Oh, it's so zany.
Yeah. Wacky guy.
Jesus. But yeah, that's a good point as well. It's right along those lines. I mean, we don't have too many of these, but I like the idea of them turning J.K. Simmons into a Taken character because considering, I don't know if anyone has seen like how jacked he's gotten for the role of Commissioner Gordon. He's been working out really hard as of late for a guy his age.
Right.
And there's like a couple shots of him in the gym. It's like, oh my God.
I think he's working out real hard for a guy of any age.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do it at my age.
Dude's juicing.
He's something.
Grapefruit.
Because he is ripped, and I can only suspect he's going to be showing that off a bit in this film. You know, kind of like a what was the movie?
Unless they filmed it before he did it.
That's possible.
Yeah.
But I was thinking
Midway through the film, by the end of it, he's just huge. Holy shit!
What
He got jacked in one night.
What is it, Master Roshi? He just Kaioken'd and
why am I spacing on it?
Spacing on
Brain
what?
It's contagious. You spread it to me.
You're welcome.
it's the house. It's carbon
What was
monoxide
the
poisoning.
movie Tom Hardy was in just before
Bane.
the Dark Knight Rises?
No, Bronson.
No, when he was the MMA fighter.
Oh,
Her
War?
mom.
War.
Wasn't he in War?
I don't know what war.
There was some movie with him and Chris Pine, maybe, where they were like
No,
agents,
it's him
like
and
FBI agents or something.
No, that's what I'm
not that
referring to.
movie.
He was not an MMA fighter in that.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. I think that's what War was.
No, he was an MMA
You
fighter. He
jerks.
had to fight his brother in like a big bout.
Right.
Yeah.
It was like a war.
Yeah, war.
They
Yeah.
played War. They had 52 cards and a ring.
Close. Warrior.
How about that,
Warrior.
asshole? Closer than you.
Nice.
Yeah, where when you saw Warrior, you saw that he was starting to prep for the role of Bane,
Right.
and you're looking like, oh my god, Tom Hardy is jacked.
Yeah.
Because before that, we had seen him in Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, and he was like this scrawny little shit. And like, this guy's gonna be Bane.
But have you guys ever seen him in Bronson?
No,
That was before any of that
Is
stuff.
that the brother movie?
No, that's the one.
That's
he plays
Warrior.
one of the most famous English prisoners.
Oh.
And he is jacked in that, like huge. There's also a nude scene with him, but
Huge
you know,
Jackman.
Uh-huh.
it's good
That's
stuff.
why you watched.
Oh, it's good stuff.
Is it also huge?
Yes. Yeah.
What?
There's his butt. But then there's...
A Hardy butt?
Ah.
That's him. That's not.
That's
Yeah,
him.
That
That's
was
him.
a picture of him.
Yeah, it's
From
not-
here, it looked like Gollum-y.
What was
Oh my
that
god, Tom Hardy is Gollum.
What was that Gollum's sister Gollum-y?
My precious. Mr. Frodo.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's terrifying.
Anyway, all-nighter.
Yep.
We
If only
digress.
Tom
heavily.
Hardy was in All Nighter.
Oh my
Only he was in
God.
every single movie ever.
Please.
Ever.
Please.
So the premise of this, we haven't gotten to the premise yet. Jesus, the premise is that you have
Jesus?
a character, J.K. Simmons. His daughter is dating this guy, Emil Hirsch,
Careful.
Yeah.
and
Neil Harash.
and
Hershey.
they meet at like a restaurant, and it looks like things don't go well. Cuts to 6 months later, and she's gone missing. Well, they've broken up, and now he's getting this ex-boyfriend to go along for the ride and try and find this girl.
The ex-boyfriend's kind of a lazy piece of
Lazy
nothing right
piece
now.
of shit. Yeah.
Crap.
I like how J.K. Simmons is like, you play the banjo like Kermit. I was like, or like
That's
any
pretty
other
funny.
good country performer.
I did like that. That was a good
not,
Kermit
not
line,
only
though.
Kermit plays the banjo.
I'm pretty sure that's true, though.
But he's the
It's only Kermit.
coolest.
Damn right.
He is the coolest. That's right. Anyway, so what are your guys' thoughts on this one? I think this looks pretty funny. Some of the jokes fell flat in the trailer for me.
Yeah. Like it looks fun, but some of the jokes, the writing of the jokes, I'm like,
Another thing, and am I the only one who hates it when in a film they say, "This isn't a movie. This is real life"?
Yeah, it's
I'm
a
like,
little cliche
no,
now.
It's a movie.
What do you mean?
Like in the trailer,
said it
at
in
one
the
point,
trailer.
he's
isn't a
Emil is
movie.
saying something along the lines of like, "Oh, we're just like blah 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 guy in that movie," and J.K. Simmons says, "No, that's a movie. This is real life." I'm like, "But you're in
Yeah.
a movie."
They say it a lot.
It's
now.
been overused.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of that cliche, you know, because whenever I hear that, it's like, no, it's a movie. So you've lost me.
However, it does work in things like Deadpool, where you break the fourth wall. He's like, "This isn't a movie," and then he looks at the camera and like winks or something. That's
Fine.
hilarious.
But that's not what's happening here,
Yeah,
you
I
know.
know.
So
That's where it's acceptable.
yeah.
I don't know. I like J.K. Simmons. I think
As
he's
do, and that's
fucking
the only thing
hysterical.
that I think I want to see in this. If J.K. Simmons playing a Taken style role has me excited, and
Well,
I would
cool
have
thing,
fun with that.
He's not like a comedy guy.
No.
but he's funny.
Yes,
Like even
He
in
plays
Spider-Man, where he's not. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, he plays like the straight man in a comedy.
Right,
like,
but it's
yeah.
but it's funny
Exactly.
because that's what he's
Right,
doing. Like
exactly.
he plays it to a T.
Right.
Just like Spider-Man, like where he's not really funny, but he's hilarious. He's not trying to be funny. He just is funny.
He's funny like the drill sergeant in Full Metal Jacket funny, where he can be abusive and terrible, but he's funny as hell.
Probably would have been hilarious if he was. I don't remember that guy's name. Jesus, he's got an initial name too, doesn't he?
Arlie.
Arlie.
Yeah.
Arlie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Probably would have been funny if he was in that movie too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's funny. He's had a decent career for only being a drill sergeant who got randomly cast in a film, you know? Mm-hmm. So,
Well, no, he wasn't randomly cast.
well,
He took the role because Cooper couldn't tell him no.
no. They had cast a drill sergeant in that role.
Yeah, I know.
And then he wasn't doing a good job, and then he decided, like, you know what, let me go in there and do this, and
Well,
I'll
yeah.
show you how it's done.
He was a consultant
And,
on
yeah,
it,
and
yeah.
Kubrick's just like, just stay in. You know?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And now he's gone on to do many, many other films. Seven.
Saving Silverman.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
He was great in Saving Silverman.
That movie's fucking hilarious. I think I got like 1 star.
It
I love it.
Deserved it.
just him being this closeted gay guy was so odd to see. It's like, what? Then falling in love with Jack Black. Oh, okay.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna use this publicity real quick. Somebody help me get Jack Black and Jack White to do a song together. That's it. That's all I wanted to say.
Nice.
You know, they can do an album, black
Yeah.
and white. Yeah.
Thank you. How awesome would that be?
Very.
That would be a good album.
They'd be so good together. I hope they hear this. I'm your
Then
biggest
you can
fan.
get Kyle and that quiet little girl on the side to play drums. You know, it'd be
There you
fun.
go. I mean, even just the two of them would be fun. Anyway, I'm sorry.
And that's fine. It's fine.
What's going on?
We were waiting for you to return.
Oh.
And you had amazing.
We didn't want to move on without you saying something about it.
I don't have to.
Well, say something about it.
Well, now there's a lot of pressure to say something.
happened?
What happened?
Hey, Goddess, what do you think of this movie?
Oh, God.
Take the kisses out of your mouth.
Don't tell me what to do, hey, Mom.
That sounds really
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, that's usually not where I
Why
keep
don't you
mine.
come take the kisses out of my mouth?
sir.
Well, it's now time for me to go.
Yeah, go to the back room with me.
Nope, not going in the creepy room for kisses.
That's a blue room right next door. It's a sex dungeon.
It's the creepy kissing room over there.
Yep.
Going to my hobbit hole instead. Thank you
Hobbit
very
hole.
much.
Oh, great. The movie. What was the last thing you said about the movie?
Pretty much everything.
Well, I just said that I was looking forward to seeing J.K. Simmons in like a Taken style role, and so
Right.
I probably
yeah.
wouldn't see this in theaters, but I would definitely check this out.
Oh,
I may if I had a rainy weekend. Sorry, go ahead.
like a rainy Tuesday night.
I said
Like,
weekend. I meant Tuesday at Cinemark.
Yeah.
Thanks, Cinemark.
Yeah, I thought it looked pretty funny. I wouldn't want to pay full price to see
No.
it. Definitely not. But
On a Tuesday.
yeah, maybe.
All right.
Or a red box.
There you go.
Right.
When you can't even afford a Tuesday, you go to a Redbox.
Right. Well, it's not afford. It's the bid you want to put up for it.
Right, pretty much.
Is it worth $5.50?
This
or
movie is worth
$1.50?
Moving on to our next trailer, which is Chips.
We're the California Highway Patrol. This job is crucial. Without us out there, come on, no one could get hurt.
California Highway Patrol think they have some crooked cops. They want you to go on the inside.
Go undercover within the department? That's awesome.
We put you with a rookie named John Baker.
So who am I playing?
Francis Llewellyn Poncherello.
Are the first two female names?
John, I like you. You remind me of my husband.
He is really handsome.
You've had 23 surgeries. You can ride a motorcycle, I'll give you that.
Yes, ma'am. Like a mother.
So this is starring and directed by Dax Shepard. He's only ever directed one other film, which is called Hit and Run, which I have not seen. But it also starred him. But
Sensing a theme.
yeah.
The new Woody Allen.
But also in this we have Michael Pena, who is of course in End of Watch, American Hustle. He was recently in Ant-Man. We have Vincent D'Onofrio, and Jesus, what hasn't he been in? He's been in
Wait.
Who?
Whose name?
Vincent D'Onofrio is
Okay.
the dude from Men in Black. That's my reference.
He's-
I go
yeah.
the guy from Men in Black.
Yeah.
Which
I
guy in
always
Men in Black?
Who's the
saw
bad guy?
him in
The first one.
The bad guy.
Law and Order: Criminal Intent.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Cell. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you got it.
Recently, he was in Jurassic World, and he's currently playing Kingpin on the Daredevil series.
Yep.
He
Oh,
was
wow.
in
That's good casting.
Sinister?
Yes, he played the professor.
And he was in some other. Was he in Bye Bye Man? Because I just saw him in a commercial for a shitty, scary movie.
It may have been Bye Bye Man.
Nice.
Yeah,
God, Bye Bye Man. I wish Bye Bye Man would do that.
that's interesting because in Sinister, that was an uncredited role. They didn't credit him in that. It was just kind of a little cameo he had in there.
Oh, really?
People didn't recognize him as Vincent D'Onofrio. I was like,
How could you not?
That's what I said. I was like, how can you not recognize
He's pretty
Vincent
fucking
D'Onofrio?
recognizable.
I know.
His voice, his face.
I guess they figured just because it was on like
Everything
the
about
big
it.
All the
butt
things
back in
about
the
his head. His ears.
Put my hands.
We also
my
have
hip.
Adam Brody, who was in Adam Brody was in the OC, that show that ran for a while, as well as recently Yoga Hosers.
Brody. I have no idea who that is.
And we also have in this Kristen
Oh, he's
Bell.
gone. Oh, there he is.
That's Adam Brody.
Oh, okay.
And we also have in this Kristen Bell, because she is married to Dak Shepard.
Yep.
Is
She's
she
in
playing-
all his movies.
His wife in this?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know if that was
But-
just coincidence
Nope.
that the way they cut it.
No,
Like
she
when he
is.
mentioned.
I
But
couldn't
they're
tell you,
having
yeah.
it's set up like they're having relationship problems or something, so he's trying to get back together with her.
Right.
and-
Which they're not, because they're like the happiest damn couple on the
Yeah,
planet.
they
Yeah,
are. They-
right.
They are the epitome of like dream couple in Hollywood right now. It's,
It's like Ryan Reynolds and his weird wife.
it's what's her Blake
Shelton.
Lively.
Blake Shelton.
Blake Shelton. Oh my god. Ugh.
That'd be an interesting couple.
I knew who it was. But yeah, those two couples are pretty happy.
So did anyone here watch Chips growing up?
I've probably seen a few episodes. I never watched
Isn't
it.
it?
religiously.
Yeah, I know
way
of it.
before our time.
It was,
It was.
but they showed
70s.
it on Nick at Night a lot when I was
Yes,
younger.
yes.
I think
And
they put it on. It's called like Me TV or
Yes.
something
Yeah.
now, like Channel 2 or some
Yep.
shit.
Yeah.
They play
yeah,
on
it's
there.
all the old
I know
stuff.
Eric Estrada was in it, but I never watched it.
My dad watched it when
Yeah.
I was younger on Nick at Night, and I would occasionally watch it, and it was fine. It was fun.
It was
Time out. Do they
run-of-the-mill.
still have Nick at Night?
Yes, they do.
Do they call
it's
it
always
Nick at
Full
Night?
House.
It's like
Oh, yeah.
stuff from like when we were kids.
Right,
now.
but
Yeah.
is it still called Nick at Night?
Pretty sure
No,
it is.
I don't know. Legit, I think it's just Full House.
Wait, so where can I watch I Love Lucy then? That's really
Channel
what I
2.
want.
Me.
Yeah, now you
Me
have to watch
TV,
Me
yeah.
TV.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Or it's like Sanford and the Son and
Bewitched
Good-
was on there.
Be with Good
Gilligan's
Times.
Island.
Good times. Jeffersons.
Yep.
Nice.
I enjoyed Chips. I mean, I was really young when I watched it, and it was silly. I could tell it was kind of a goofy show,
The
but
show was silly. I like the
yeah,
show.
but it was meant to be. It was kind of like kind of had its serious moments, but was meant to be more of a comedy.
Right.
And it looks like this is definitely leaning more towards the comedy route with this rendition.
Yeah.
But it's Dak Shepard being some sort of rookie who was some sort of bike enthusiast who decided to become a cop, and he's had like 23 surgeries. He has all these scars all over him, but it's like, oh well, you can ride a motorcycle really well. It's like, oh,
You
okay.
can be a cop.
You can dodge a wrench. You can dodge.
Dodgeball.
What?
Sensing a theme.
And then Michael Pena is an undercover FBI agent who's trying to sniff out corruption inside
The Chips.
the Chips,
The
right?
Highway Patrol. Yeah.
California Highway
Fish.
Patrol. Yes. So that's basically the premise, and from there it's just setups for
The Florida highway safety.
Interstate highwayman.
Highwayman.
Yes.
Did you say Hyman?
Hyman.
It was close. Yeah, I pulled it out.
Don't mention pull out and Hyman in the same sentence.
I didn't need it.
Hey, I didn't put pull out in that sentence.
You better not put pull out in that sentence.
I don't put pull out in any sentence, pal.
Anyway,
Father Jack said.
so that's really there's all to really say about this one. It's a very simple premise, just set up to really do like little comedy vignettes here or there within the movie. You know,
Say something.
go ahead.
Is it me, or were there like 13 dick jokes in the trailer?
There were
Okay.
Yeah.
There
There
was
was a
way too much
a
of it.
few too many dick jokes.
A lot of dick jokes just in the trailer.
And I'm hoping that's not a reoccurring theme. I don't know if that was something that occurred in Chips. I don't remember that.
I don't remember that. I didn't watch
I
it.
can't
religiously
imagine
enough.
they would have had
Not in that
dick
time.
jokes on sitcom
back in the 70s
not
and
sitcoms,
80s. But yeah.
whatever.
I'm surprised
it
it
was.
took them this long to come out with Chips anyway, since Starsky and Hutch came out fucking 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And that's something I was going to touch on.
Love that
And
movie, by the way. That movie
the
was
Dukes of
fantastic.
Hazzard.
Yeah,
Yep.
21 Jump Street.
Now all we need is like a Laverne and Shirley.
You're probably going to get that soon. That's the thing. And this is a trend I'm starting to find now, because Starsky and Hutch kind of started it, I would say, but since then we've gotten a lot of 70s and 80s sitcoms coming back into modern films. We also had the Honeymooners remake, which wasn't really
That
that
was
good.
Cedric, right?
Yep.
I never saw
that.
it.
And that didn't get very good reviews.
No.
But we had 21 Jump Street. We now have Baywatch coming up, which is, of course, a later sitcom, but it was a remake.
But it's The Rock, and it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, that one looks good, but
Maybe San Andreas, too.
I'm sensing an odd theme with these. Like we even now have like a Rush Hour show and a Lethal Weapon show, and it's these weird adaptations we're getting. Switching a lot of genres where we get
Feeding
TVs.
off of the popularity
Yeah,
of things.
we got TVs becoming films and films becoming TV. So it's like I don't know if I like this.
It's basically studios grabbing any IP that they think will get people in the theaters, regardless of what it is and how old it is.
Exactly.
It's
They're
just a
going by
name,
recognizability.
Yeah.
And
I know Chips. I remember that.
exactly.
Fuck it. I'll pay
it's the
$10
name.
to
It's
see
the
it.
name. And that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid
Must
this
be
isn't
going
going
on
to be
Thursday.
that solid of a movie. Because if they're going to be 20 dick jokes a minute, that's not going to be very good writing. It's probably not going to make a very good movie. And while I think Dax Shepard is funny, I think this is a solid cast. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one.
As long as they chill with the dick jokes, it'll probably be funny.
Right. Like if there's maybe one more than you see in the trailer, but no more than that.
I could handle like 14 dick jokes over 2 hours.
Right.
13,
maximal.
13 in 2 minutes was rough.
That's still a little too much for my taste in that amount of time. But
Well, if it is like 21 Jump Street, I think.
yeah.
I don't know. When that first came out, I was like, oh, this is so stupid. I'm never going to see this.
Oh,
and then
so good.
somebody convinced us to go see this 22.
Yeah, we saw
Still
22.
haven't seen 21.
No. But 22 was a blast.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like with the other ones, like,
Dukes.
well, yeah, like Dukes of Hazzard, like you're like, oh, this
That
is
was
just
a bad
bad.
one.
Like,
That-
I love that movie. But that's
s-
because I like stupid movies. So.
Well, see, it wasn't even so much Knoxville and was it Sean William Scott.
Yeah.
That didn't bother me so much as Jessica Simpson as Daisy Dukes.
That bothered you?
That bothered me because it was. I mean, it's not like the role was demanding,
I can
but
think of
even
about
then, she was
138
just
times it didn't bother me.
she made me cringe with her acting. Like, and there's another one she was in with what was it, Dane Cook? I forget what
Employee of the Month.
yeah.
Yeah,
Another movie I watch all the time.
It also has Dax Shepard in it.
yeah, that has Dax Shepard. It came
Oh.
full circle. There you go.
6 degrees.
6 degrees to Dax Shepard. Wow,
You got it.
without a paddle.
So I think my point was that it could either be good. Well, you could say this with any movie. What the hell's wrong with me? It could be good or really, really dumb. But you can't.
But the thing is,
I know, right? So
But,
profound and blew your
but
mind.
think about
didn't
this,
it?
though. Think about this. How many of those 21 Jump Streets have we really gotten? Not many.
I was gonna say 21 and 22.
No, but you know what I mean. What properties?
Thank goodness we can look back and know exactly how many there were.
What properties have actually turned out good for these nostalgia
Revamp.
remakes? And so I'm
Well, we
I'm
don't know.
not really-
Baywatch might.
Baywatch could be good, but yeah, we don't know yet. But I'm a little hesitant about this one. I hope
I
it's
didn't say
good.
it wasn't.
I hope it's good, but I don't know. I do not know.
I don't know. Dick jokes are funny sometimes. I really hope it's not riddled with dick jokes. Since movies can be very disappointing. You go in there and you're like, all right, we'll give this one a chance. And then it's just the same shit. All the remakes they're doing now, it's just like the same shit from the first movie. And you're just sitting there just the whole time wanting to bash your skull in.
Right, and I think that's something that that studios are starting to like with this is that you can't say that, oh, it's just the same thing repeated over and over when it's a show made to a movie or vice versa. It's like, oh, well, we can do all this new stuff either way, you know, and it's not the same, but it's still the same, you know.
Magically.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, imagine that.
I don't know. I'm torn about this one. That's all I'm going to say.
Doesn't look great.
No. There weren't many moments that had me laughing in this trailer.
Right.
There weren't.
Like, it didn't look awful, but not funny enough to make me want to see it.
Right. Exactly.
And if you're pitching a comedy, it needs to make me laugh in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I can think of, there were probably 3 movies on there that made me laugh in the trailer, and that wasn't one of them.
Right.
And one of those movies isn't even a comedy. It still made me laugh.
Moving on to our next trailer, which is The Boss Baby.
Yay!
If I don't succeed with this mission, I will live here forever with you.
Okay, I will help you, but just to get rid of you.
Deal.
Here comes the choo-choo train.
No.
They're watching. Choo-choo.
Okay. Choo-choo on that. How do we get past the guard? I've never been so humiliated in all my life.
Directing this, we have Tom McGrath, who was the director for Madagascar 1 through 3, as well as Megamind. And I liked Megamind. I thought that was a pretty solid film. In this, for voice actors, we have Alec Baldwin.
Eric Burdwin.
We have Steve Buscemi. We have Jimmy Kimmel, Lisa Kudrow, and the narrator is Tobey Maguire.
So is that like the other
older
son?
brother?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think so.
I'm on it.
But all they said is that he's the narrator, in from what I've read. So I don't know who he's narrating for. Because it looks like the older brother is the main character in this. But the plot to this is a odd one.
He's older Tim. You don't know who Tim is.
Yeah, who's
he's
Tim?
He's the older brother, older.
Okay.
Like Wonder Years.
Okay.
So he's narrating. It's literally like Wonder
story.
Years.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Or
he's
A
Gene
Christmas
Shepherd, Christmas Story.
Or Christmas Story.
Yeah.
Right.
So the plot to this is that you have this 7-year-old, 8-year-old boy who gets a baby brother, and the baby brother, played by Alec Baldwin, is like this strange CEO spy character thing where he's trying to
CIA.
Something like that, yeah.
CEOs and it's fine. Go on.
Well, no, I say CEO because he's playing like some sort of boss, the boss baby.
I was like, no. You're right. Go on.
COCIA.
Maybe both. Okay. And it turns out that apparently there's only so much love to go around, and that babies aren't getting enough love, and that puppies are taking over, to which I said, fucking yeah, because puppies are fantastic. So it's his job to try and get more love from parents and more attention, because otherwise there won't be enough love to go around or something, because there's a finite amount of love, apparently.
Yeah, that's how the life works.
Yeah, have you ever lived?
Yeah.
Mercantilism applies to love too. There's only enough love to go around.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
That's how you get 0 to equal 100%.
That's right.
Oh, I see.
By
love, man.
Love.
It's pronounced Loveman.
Loveman.
Boss baby Loveman. BB Loveman.
Spider-Man.
But like this is
Highwayman.
Highwayman. See.
Highwayman.
And this doesn't happen often when I look at a trailer, but and maybe you guys can answer this. I watched this and I asked myself, who does this really appeal to? I mean, because it's an animated film.
Doesn't. Oh.
It doesn't?
I said, who doesn't it appeal to?
Yeah.
It doesn't appeal to me.
It's ecumenical.
Everyone. I see
It's
what
the
you're saying,
perfect
though.
movie.
There's a target. Who's their target audience? And
Right.
I think,
Yeah.
Because you're
I
trying
think it's young adults.
Parents and kids.
I think, yeah.
But I don't think there's enough here for either one to get enjoyment out of this.
Well, kids will like it because colors and puppies. And shit.
Right.
Yeah.
It's that I know. I get that. That's fine. You can send kids into anything and they'll pretty much like it.
Kind of like Life of Pets.
Secret Life of Pets.
Yeah. Like.
Yeah. Well, I heard that wasn't bad.
I thought it was pretty good. It was pretty funny. But I mean, like these movies, what they're doing.
Yeah. But I look at this and I'm like, you can tell the moments they're trying to pull in the adults. But even in other films, like with Pixar and even like stuff like How to Train Your Dragon and stuff like that, other DreamWorks films, the stuff that is even more geared towards parents, the kids can still laugh at.
Right.
It's more adult humor, but it's still funny humor. In this trailer, there's a moment where Alec Baldwin makes that
Stop.
What?
I was waiting for her to look over here.
I'm like, what?
I wasn't gonna say a damn thing, and then she looked over, and I was like, "Well,
we need to get a projectionist soundboard together."
Alec, you said Alec Baldwin. BALDGE.
JWHIN.
Bergeron.
Candace Berg.
That's our projectionist, though. He takes it in stride.
Anyway, he has a moment in this where he says, "Give me the cookie. Cookies are for closers." That's what is it?
Yes.
A Glengarry. What's the name of the movie?
Glengarry Glen Ross.
There you go.
Yeah.
That movie.
That's the name of a movie?
Yeah.
That's a Klingon home planet.
It came out like 92, 93. It was a movie with Alec Baldwin and Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
And,
I think that's why they did
That's a great
it.
speech he gives.
Al Pacino. Well, of course, it's Alec Baldwin. He's doing that line. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, what fucking kid has seen Glengarry Glen?
That's obviously for the
Ross,
parents.
It's like
it's obviously for the parents.
Right. But
I think
like
that's what
Looney
they're trying to
Tunes
do.
has done that forever.
Yeah.
Bugs will say something, and
Kids
kids
still
are
laugh.
like, "Well, it doesn't make any sense," and the parents are like, "Oh my god."
Actually, yes, but I think kids just laugh at shit even when they don't understand it.
Even if their parent
They
is
just-
laughing, they're like, they see
they're like, "Oh,
someone
that is
laughing,
funny.
they're like,
Okay,
"Oh."
I'll
They
laugh
know it's
now."
funny. They don't know why.
Yeah,
kids are just-
exactly.
but it's
They
references
mimic.
like that like, well, I don't understand why they make the reference. It's like with certain films making like nowadays making an Austin Powers reference. It's like that's kind of dated and not funny. Like here, I get it, but I don't know if it'll be funny. I didn't laugh at that.
Oh yeah, I don't think it'll be funny necessarily, but that's why they're doing it. They're hoping it'll be effective.
That's my point. It's like, are these references funny? And I don't think it is. It's like Freeberg and Seltzer. It's a reference, not a joke. So.
Well, maybe.
So Family Guy.
I would say that's what a lot of comedy is anymore, though. For better or worse, I'm not going to say.
Referential humor can be funny, but more often than not, I don't find it funny, and it gets old in a hurry,
Yeah.
So I
I
don't
disagree.
I see what you're saying. I think nostalgia kind of makes people giggle, though.
Yes.
Maybe that's not like their drive home point. It's just them trying to get a chuckle out of the audience, like,
Right.
yeah, okay, just like a little tip of the hat type of thing.
Yeah.
Yes, it's funny because we go, ha, that's not this movie. That was Alec Baldwin who said that 30 years ago. You guys are silly.
Right.
And then we move on. Like it's not like something you really talk about later after the movie.
Yeah, this isn't like Carlin level humor they're going for. You know what I mean?
It's a simple
This isn't deep
premise,
you know.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and it's I don't know. This is one of the few DreamWorks films as of late that I kind of don't want to see. I mean, I just don't. I didn't find this trailer funny.
Yeah,
because the childish humor, which again the kids will love, it was too childish for me, and then the adult humor, I didn't think was funny. So it didn't hit on me for like either way. It just didn't work for me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one because
I think you do.
No, because
you sound like a big no.
Yeah.
The voice cast behind it is good. The director is good. He's worked with really solid Pixar, DreamWorks films in the past.
Yeah.
So this has the potential to be good. I just from what I've seen in this trailer, I don't think it will be.
So it comes out March 31st or something, or
Something
29th,
like that,
somewhere around. So there's going to be another trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Wait for the trailer. See if it's a better trailer.
Yeah. I was this one because I saw the trailer that was attached with Rogue One.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I watched this one, and the beginning part was different. It had this one had the other babies, and that wasn't in the other one. I was like, oh well, that was kind of funny, and I thought it was funny. But
Yeah.
I think it looks funny too.
Yeah.
I'm on
I
board
would
with this
watch
one. I
it.
love these movies.
Yeah.
Like The Life of Pets and stuff, Secret Life of Pets. I like those. They're funny. It's
Okay.
because they're silly. I like silly.
And it's a
humor, though.
boss baby.
It's a baby wearing a suit.
What?
And those
Babies don't wear suits.
Those are they sock things?
Sock things.
Those
Long
garter
socks?
Garter socks.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah, men's garter. Yeah, the strap. Yeah.
To hold your
That's
sock
what men
up?
used to wear.
That's what I said.
That's what men used to wear in the 30s and 40s.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Garter
2030s. They're coming back.
I only had to wear a pair of those when I was in Little League.
Stirrups.
Yeah, I had to wear those for those socks. That was the only time I ever had to wear a pair of those, and never again. They were so uncomfortable.
I'm so glad they made that into an actual sock where the stripe is just now on the sock.
Right, I agree.
Thank you.
I know.
Yeah.
We wore stirrups. We looked like we were riding fucking
Well,
rainbow
no, I
horses.
hated stirrup pants. Same thing. They were like almost like the pants I'm wearing, but they had the thing that would go under your foot.
Right.
And they were like taper at the bottom.
We'll get you a pair. Don't worry about
Thanks,
it.
man.
Any other thoughts on Boss Baby?
I'll see it.
I'll probably end up seeing it.
Yeah.
Yes, you will.
Yes.
Moving on to our next trailer, which is Sleight.
So you do magic?
I mean, a little. My dad passed a while back and my mom passed last year. It's just me and my little sister Tina. Love of my life.
What's up? You have been doing good. I've been hearing there's a new supplier in the area. Homie moves into our backyard and starts selling like I don't exist. We're gonna pay him a little visit. Talk to him about etiquette. Sit down! What the?
This is going to be an interesting one. So directing this, we have J.D. Dillard. This is his directorial debut. He's only directed short films up until this point. In this, we have Jacob Lattimore. He was in Ride Along as well as recently The Maze Runner. We have Seychelle Gabrielle. She was in The Last Airbender, and she was in the series Falling Skies. I don't know if anyone watched that
I've
or
heard
not.
of it.
Oh, God, I want to watch that so bad.
We also have Dulé Hill, who is was Gus on Psych, which I never got into Psych, but I know you love it, and whenever you watch it, whenever it's on, I crack up at it. I think Psych's pretty darn good, and he's good in it.
Psych is the best.
So this is being produced by Blumhouse Tilt as well as WWE Productions.
I saw
Oh
that.
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's not the best studio to get behind your film. I mean, yeah, the producers of such classics as See No Evil, The Chaperone, The Marine, 12 Rounds. Yeah, they have not had
I like See No Evil, and I liked the beginning of The Marine.
the
That is it.
beginning.
So is there a
That is it.
wrestler in this movie?
No, there isn't. Which is interesting because whenever they team up with Blumhouse, there isn't a wrestler in the film. They've only ever done this one other time, and it was the movie Oculus. Oculus was produced by the WWE.
Did not know that. Good
Yeah.
movie.
So weird. Why would they?
I don't know.
Diversifying. Their
Well, I mean, if they're producing, it means they went out. They needed somebody to fund it.
yeah.
So
Right, but why would the WWE?
because they're gonna make money
decide,
off of it.
"Oh, yeah, that's a good project. I'm gonna fund.
Well, I think they're more in it for money. Like, you come to me with a script because you need money. I go, all right, script looks okay. We'll make money off this investment.
But at the same time,
Break their
they've made
back
film.
with a chair.
They've
Yeah.
made decent films before, but they 99% of the time will cast a wrestler in it. Like their first couple films were The Rundown and Walking Tall, which was The Rock.
I love both of those movies.
And, no, I liked The Rundown. Walking Tall, not so much. But again,
Agreed.
from that point on, they were always casting wrestlers, whether it was John Cena, Triple H, Kane, The Miz, whoever it may be. And they were always shit, with very, very rare exceptions. So a couple years ago, they decided to make Oculus, and everyone's like, oh, so WWE is getting into serious productions now. That's kind of cool. And then they went back into their wrestlers again. I was like, oh, okay. Now they have another one coming out like this. So, I don't know.
But do you think, like, maybe, I don't know, it's just weird. Like, what if they just set up, like, a side branch that they called it something else instead of WWE, and, like, that was the part that funded these movies?
Advertising.
Well,
But
more- it's
how,
more
but does
advertising.
WWE, well,
I don't know.
Is it advertising if there's no wrestler in the movie?
Yes.
Right. That's my thought as well.
Yes. Just like Coca-Cola. It's a billboard.
But my thought is the WWE brand doesn't help this movie at all.
Well, I don't think that's
How does it help this movie alone? Because there's no wrestler in it. Not only that, but when I see that branding...
Money. They needed somebody to fund the movie, clearly.
But Blumhouse is a pretty big studio.
Well, they needed money for something.
I don't know. But the premise of this is that you have this young kid who's raising his sister somewhere in a bad neighborhood. It turns out he's some sort of magician. He's able to...
what is some sort of a magician?
Well, he's able to bend metal objects and warp cards through glass and stuff like that.
Right.
You know, typical street magic, but it's impressive. One night he goes along with, I don't know if it's a heist or they're breaking in somewhere. I don't know what they're doing. But something goes awry, and now he's caught up in some sort of war. I don't know if it's a gang war or it's just some sort of bad blood going on. And there's no way for him to really get out of it. He wants to get his sister out of there. He wants to get to a better neighborhood, but he can't. So he says, I'm going to use my magic to get out of here. Well, here's where it gets weird. At first I thought, he's just a street performer. Like, no. He has some sort of authentic ability.
Right.
And he's, like, you see him in his room experimenting. And, like, the trailer even says Fandango called it Chronicle meets Iron Man.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so is he creating these abilities through technology? Or is he born with some ability to move and bend metal? What the fuck is going on here? Mm-hmm. And the movie is trying to be like three different things at once. Is it a street performer movie turned into a gang war, turned into now he has special abilities and he actually wasn't doing street magic, it was real the whole time film? What the fuck is happening? It's really odd to me. So it's like the movie is trying to be too much. So
I don't agree with that. I think it's pretty straightforward.
I don't think so at all. I think
it's either it's real magic or it's not, and then he's in a really bad situation. That's just the background to the main focus, which is whether it's actual magic or not.
All I know is that this confused me. This confused the hell out of me. Black Lantern, do you have some information on this?
Yeah, I was just doing a little bit of reading, and it looks like there was a negotiation made between Blumhouse and WWE. They both acquired the rights to Sleight. And WWE Studios is trying to leverage its network. Quoting, is going to try to leverage its network of wrestling properties to drum up interest in the title. So they're basically working their networks to try and make this a bigger name.
So they're basically going to put advertisements in with like Raw and SmackDown and stuff for this. I see.
So they're getting paid,
right.
in turn, the movie's getting more publicity.
I see.
Right.
All right. Well, that makes sense. I don't remember them advertising Oculus, though.
I
mean, I didn't really watch wrestling, but, you know.
But anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. It's fine. So what are you guys' thoughts on this one? Again, like I mentioned, I'm very confused by this, but what did you guys think of this trailer?
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, it looks interesting. I don't know if I would see it in theaters, but it looks interesting. I want to see, it was intriguing to see just what his deal is. Whether it's actual magic or, why he has these abilities.
They're trying to loop you in.
Yeah, like most trailers.
Is that what they do?
I think they do.
They're
Get right out of town.
It's not educational?
What? I don't know. I would probably not see it ever.
Wow, ever?
Well, I mean, doesn't matter. I wouldn't pick it out of Redbox. I wouldn't. Partly because Dulé Hill, I can only see him as Burton Guster. And he's so not like this drug gangster thug guy. The two characters are completely different, and I can't picture the one character, the guy, as this guy.
A lot of people make transitions like that. Think about Breaking Bad and Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, but
it's a great sequel to that show.
It is. Do you see what happened to that man's life?
I know.
He got so fed up with his dipshit son.
That's right.
I was gonna say his bitch of a wife, but
that too. And you know what? I hated both of his wives and both of those things.
I was gonna say, and you make a good point, because I can imagine you watching this movie and that character going and shooting someone in the kneecap, oh Gus, you're so silly,
Do I say things like that when I watch?
No.
Yes and no.
Oh, and I don't know, the plot didn't really catch me at all. I found myself not paying attention to what was happening in the trailer and thinking about other things and just like seeing the images go by. Like I didn't know how they got in trouble. Like what happened. Like I didn't know it was drugs. I didn't
really
know.
Explain. It's like they went to I think they went like some sort of shakedown and it went south. That's what it looked like, but
I don't even know.
They don't even really say, you know? So I don't care about this. And I hate to say that. I just don't care. It didn't do anything for me, you know? I don't need to see another superhero origin film if that's what this is turning into, which I don't think it is, but if it's saying it's Chronicle meets Iron Man, it's like, well, they're both kind of origin films, so what the fuck is this?
But where are they getting the Iron Man part?
Well, that's what I was saying. Is he manufacturing these abilities? Because you see the girl peek into the room, and you see all the lights going in and out, and it says, "Oh, I need more power." So is he is he building some sort of suit, or does he have some sort of machine that can bend matter? Like, we don't know.
Was he wearing a backpack? Saying he's wearing a backpack. In the spoiler alert.
There is a backpack.
Well, he's even wearing a backpack in the promotional picture.
Oh, well, there you go.
Well, I thought he was in school.
Could be. You just wear your backpack everywhere when you're in school? I usually take mine off when I go home.
Does he look like he's at home?
This might not be right after school. It would be like 2:30. He's in high school.
I'm kidding.
This looks like it's like 5 o'clock in the evening. Tell me he ain't making home yet?
Maybe he had to go get his sister.
He ain't got no sister.
He was at football practice and then he had to wait for the bus.
Sister.
No, that's his friend, Marlena.
What?
Lanish.
Let's move on.
Yes.
Next trailer.
To our next trailer, which is Cars 3.
Oh, thank goodness.
You will never be the racer you once were. Accept it.
Will Lightning McQueen retire?
I decide when I'm done.
Jackson Storm is part of the next generation of high-tech racers.
Win number 3 for the rookie sensation.
You'll never be as fast, but you can be smarter.
You need my help, Mr. McQueen.
So, directing this, we have Brian Fee. He has been a storyboard artist for Disney and Pixar for many years now, worked on several projects, but this is his directorial debut. In this, for voice cast, we have Owen Wilson. We have, introducing in this, Armie Hammer as Jackson Storm. We have Larry the Cable Guy. We have Bonnie Hunt. And we have Cheech Marin. The plot of this film is, compared to something else, it's basically Rocky 3, when you think about it. The plot is that the champion, Lightning, is kind of aging. He's not the champion he used to be, and all of a sudden this new up-and-comer comes in and just blows him out of the water.
That was one with Mr. T?
Yes. Good memory.
And the robot?
No, that was the fourth one.
He's
that was
not a rogue.
That was Lundgren.
Or is he?
The robot was Lundgren.
Apollo Bot 1000.
Happy birthday, Polly.
Beep, bop, boop.
Nice.
Anyway, so yeah, in Rocky 3, Rocky gets his ass beat by Mr. T and then has to retrain with Apollo in some new form of boxing to just stand a chance against Mr. T. The same thing is happening here, basically. Lightning gets into a terrible accident, and everyone's saying, oh, well, now he's going to retire. He's going to go the way of the Hudson Hornet. Like in the first film, he'll just be a famous memory. And he says, no, I'm not done yet. I can still come back and be great. So he goes off, and it's discovered that he's going to be training with someone at some new track. And he's like, they say to him, even in the trailer, they say, you're not going to be faster, but you can be smarter. And that's basically what happens in Rocky 3. They say to him, you're never going to beat this guy by pure strength, but you can be faster than him, you can be smarter than him, you just got to, be the smarter boxer. So that's basically what this is. And I will give credit where credit is due. Power to Disney and Pixar for getting me interested in a Cars film. I never thought I'd see that because the first Cars was just meh. It was okay and it was fun, but it was by the numbers, and it was good for kids. Cars 2 was shit. I consider Cars 2 the first bad Pixar film. Because they decided to throw in way too much. There was the racing, then there was also a spy narrative, and there was this environmental message throughout the whole thing. It was just bad. They had way too much going on. And it was also more about Larry the Cable Guy's character than Lightning McQueen, which was... Nader, yeah. Or Mater. Yeah, sorry, not Nader. Mater. Not Ralph Nader.
The green truck.
Green party.
Awesome. That would be great. I would totally see him as an anthropomorphic car.
He's popular in Florida.
Yeah, that's Pat Buchanan. Those damn little paper tabs.
The ballot confused me.
Fucking hell.
Anyway, Mater. Mater was the focus of the second film, which I hated because I'm not a fan of that character. The kids love him, but I just find him annoying. But in this, we don't see a shot of Mater the whole time. Now, again, it's still just a teaser, and they've confirmed he is in the film, so we're still going to see him. Eventually. But it looks like they're taking a far more serious tone with this. Not only that, did you notice they almost never show the car's eyes throughout?
There's a lot of action.
There are a lot of action shots, and they don't show the eyes of the characters at all because they're trying to pull away from the really goofy look of the eyes on the cars. They're trying to
remind me. The eyes are where the windshield was.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Instead of the headlights, like Roger Rabbit.
Right. Exactly. So I saw the first teaser, and you almost couldn't even tell that it was animated.
Exactly. I was like, oh my god. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, this is a pretty cool NASCAR preview.
Right.
It's like, no, holy shit, this is Cars. What the fuck? Dude, it blew me away because, for one, they took down the color a lot. Like, when you saw it, it looked like it was grayscaled a bit, and it looked dramatic. And when you saw it flipping through the air and the sparks and the grit, it's like, holy fuck. Dead. Like, yeah, did they kill? Everyone thought that at first. It's like, are they going to kill Lightning McQueen?
Came out firing, man.
And that's what got me interested. I was like, dude, Disney Pixar, you sold me already. And I kind of don't want to see another preview now because I want to go in with just this idea of it.
The hype that you have.
Yeah, because I fully expected this just to be another cash-in, because like I said before, the Cars films are not about selling tickets, it's about selling toys. Disney and Pixar sell billions of dollars in toys with these films. Even more so than they do ticket sales. So I was fully expecting them to just say, some other cliched plot with this, where there's some new rival or something, which is happening, but not him wrecking and having to recuperate, from near death. I was not expecting that at all. So, power to them for doing something new. I will give them credit. So, yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on this one? First, let me say, has anyone here seen both of the Cars films?
I did not see the second one.
Same. I think I've seen at least most of the first.
Yeah, I've only seen the first one.
And the first one, again, is still okay. It holds up. It's fun. It's silly.
Yeah, it was new at the time. It was an interesting concept.
The only thing I didn't like about Cars was that it was the first film that you could say didn't include all... It broke the Pixar canon. Up until Cars, you could say all these movies exist in the same universe. Even with talking toys and whatnot. When Cars happened, it's like, okay, well, there aren't talking cars everywhere, so this broke the canon. You can't say it's all in the same universe now. But
ruined. They should have never done it.
I know.
What were they thinking?
I know.
Those a-holes.
Agreed.
Jeez.
So, I want to see this. I will say right now, I want to see this. That opinion may change in another month or two when we start getting more previews of this. If it looks like it's going to be, it's obviously going to be geared towards kids, but we start seeing more shots of Mater and we start seeing more goofy humor like we saw in the last ones,
and some actual dialogue and yeah.
Right. I'm probably going to be turned off by this, but right now, think this looks very promising. The visuals, like you had mentioned from that opening teaser, the visuals look stunning. I can only hope that holds up. I mean, I don't know how long it's been since the last Cars film. I'd say
it's been a while.
5-6 years at least.
At least.
So the technology has improved, but I didn't think it would have improved that much. But right now,
or maybe
excited.
they did take actual footage of a NASCAR race and then just
maybe they did,
just like for that scene.
They could have just composited. They could have recorded the NASCAR race, composited the cars they wanted onto those to make it look like. Yeah, that's actually not. That might not be far off.
They just did mocap for all the cars.
It's great.
Put all the little dots on like 100 cars and made them go around a track. That's good stuff. Thanks, guys.
The biggest motion capture stage ever.
Right. Huge.
So, are you guys looking forward to this one?
The trailer doesn't look as bad as I thought it was going to be for being Cars 3.
I dreaded this. Whenever I was like, oh god, Cars 3, okay.
Yeah. I might see it, but not on my own volition.
You're saying that a lot tonight.
My life has changed.
What happens, buddy?
Yeah, right.
That's what happens.
Yeah, I don't know yet. I mean, it doesn't look awful, but that's only going by the visuals. There wasn't a lot of dialogue in this, or eyes, which was strange.
I just mentioned that. Yeah, they didn't because they're trying to make that
too late.
2 eyes too late.
No. But no, they're doing that to make it seem more dramatic. They're taking out the silly anthropomized eyes on the cars to make it look more dramatic. That they're actually racing, actual cars, and that it's life or death in these situations. You know, so yeah, and I like that.
Right.
So. Also, no Mater in the whole trailer. So yeah.
Oh, don't worry, he's coming.
Oh, I know he's coming. Yeah,
the hidden Mater.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with you for the most part.
Typical Pixar kind of. I will more than likely see it.
Yeah,
probably.
I just don't think I ever got around to the second one. That's all.
Probably end up watching it, like at my sister's house.
Okay. I'll watch it on Freeform.
Right.
Yeah, Freeform will end up showing it daily. And again, like I said, I'll give credit where credit's due. When they had confirmed 2 sequels coming up, because they said that they greenlit both Cars 3 and Incredibles 2 at the same time, on like basically the same bill, I was like, wow, okay, so you greenlit something really good and then something really shitty. I wasn't
where's the Incredibles 2 trailer?
Well, that's next year. Yeah, we'll get that.
Duh.
And to be fair, I would rather them work longer on Incredibles 2 than Cars 3.
Oh,
but even that being said, I wasn't expecting them to actually put effort into Cars 3. Just them to shit out another Cars 2, basically. But they're putting effort into this. So, power to them.
That's why they couldn't have those big eyes.
Remove as much as possible.
And that wasn't grayscale.
Oh. Moving on to our final trailer for the night, which is War for the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, yeah.
I did not start this war. I offered you peace. I showed you mercy. But now you're here to finish us off for good.
Or as I thought it said, wait for the Planet of the Apes.
You just wait one gosh darn minute.
It's coming.
It's
a coming.
It's the next film, guys. Just hold on.
Bide your time for the Planet of the Apes.
The whole film is just Caesar just sitting there.
Almost.
Looks at his watch every once in a while.
Eats a banana.
Yeah. One of these days, it's going to
Still
be
waiting.
a whole planet of us.
Oh, we're waiting for the horses. They're bringing them around.
Truck broke down.
Directing this, we have Matt Reeves. He directed Cloverfield, which is a fantastic film. Let Me In, which is the American remake of Let the Right One In, as well as Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. He didn't direct the first in the series. I forget who directed that one, but
is the Mark Wahlberg one in this canon?
No,
it's different, right?
No, that was Tim Burton.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
and that whole different canon.
Yeah,
where
thought so.
That one got such bad reviews that they said we got to remake it again.
Right. Right.
Which this is one of the few cases of like a second reboot that I'm happy with, because Rise of the Planet of the Apes was an amazing film. I absolutely love that movie, and I regret every day not seeing Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I still have not seen it, but I can't.
It's not like it's gone forever.
No, they destroyed all copies of it.
Nope.
They scourged it from the earth.
What is this, the future?
Yes.
The future. But no, I still want to see Dawn of the Planet of the Apes because I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Yeah.
A lot of people have said it's better than Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
I haven't seen any of them, so we should do that.
I might own Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I'll have
No
to.
wonder you were confused and thought that the Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, see, I'm like, what? Fucking Abe Lincoln with a monkey head. This is ridiculous.
Oh, that shit. Oh, God.
Monkey Lincoln.
Oh, why'd you
Monkey
remind me of it?
It's Ape Lincoln.
Oh,
Stop
she
it.
wins.
No,
Give
I
her
don't.
a point.
I lose. I lose all the points.
No, you gain
gone.
all the points.
You earn monkey points.
Oh, boy.
No, Rise of the Planet of the Apes kind of retconned the whole series where it because if you remember from the original series, there were the original 5 films.
Yeah.
It was kind of a cyclical cycle where it was the.
Huh.
Ow!
What?
A cyclical cycle, friend.
So it's a cycle then.
Yeah. What's a cyclical cycle as opposed to a linear cycle?
Yeah.
Like a curly straw.
Don't you judge me!
It's too late for
You know what
that.
it is? It's the infinity sign.
Ooh, that's a cyclical cycle.
There you
There
go.
you go.
Sweetly.
Oh, victim of circumstance.
And I'm dead inside.
Anyway, so Planet of the Apes occurred with Charlton Heston and all the events of those films, and then several apes went back in time with their ship,
Right.
and then that actually kickstarted the entire race of apes in the past, which led to the future, and the whole thing repeated itself.
You gotta wait for it.
Yeah.
Right.
When will then be now?
Right, exactly.
Soon.
So, with this series, it wasn't apes traveling back in time. It was a virus that was basically created by mankind. That it was like this strange mutagen that was created by
It's not a virus. It was supposed to help.
Alzheimer's.
Like a
Yeah.
like a yeah.
It's like
was
12
like
monkeys.
medicinal.
Yeah, it was James
I've never
Franco
seen
trying to
12
help his
Monkeys.
dad. I forget that actor's
I
name.
should stop doing that.
Um,
I don't even remember
the
what his
lead.
face
Who was
looked
the lead
like.
actor in 30 Rock? Not 30 Rock. Third Rock from the Sun.
John
John
Lithgow.
Lithgow.
Yes,
That-
he played.
He was in that.
Yeah, he played
Cool.
James Franco's dad.
Cool.
And he had Alzheimer's, and so he developed this thing. Now it turned out that they were experimenting on chimpanzees and apes,
Right.
and a byproduct was that they had very increased intelligence, and that kind of where the whole thing developed from. So that's how they kind of retconned that, which was
Gotcha.
fine. You know,
Yeah.
they wanted to kickstart it in a new way, and they did it well enough, and it's fine the way they did it. Again, haven't seen Dawn, but really want to see it.
She's missing. Can someone please find Dawn? Sorry, I need
She's
to
with the
go.
family.
You're on fire tonight.
No, like I should be set on fire.
Too hot in the hot tub. Ow. Burn myself.
In this,
Good lord!
in
Cut
this
all
as
my
well as
audio
the
out.
previous
Just
two
unplug it.
In this, we have Andy Serkis, who has, of course, been in Lord of the Rings, King
yeah.
Kong, Star Wars, now 7 through 9. He's been confirmed for 8 and 9. He plays Lord Snoke. And he's been, obviously, in the previous 2 films in this series. And for the love of God, someone give Andy Serkis an Oscar, because this man is performing his ass off.
Has he
in
not
this film.
gotten one yet?
No.
Huh.
He has never been nominated for anything. No, his
We need a fact check on this.
no. His visual
Fact check.
the
on-
visual effects for him. The visual effects for him have been nominated, but he has not been nominated.
I thought he had been nominated as a director, maybe.
He hasn't directed a whole lot.
I agree.
But it doesn't matter. If it's good,
That actually
you can
wasn't
still...
part of what I was saying. Wait. Am I spelling the name wrong?
Sirkis?
Right.
I thought it was S-E-R.
Ooh,
it is S-E-R, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Got it.
So...
I'm out of here.
That's a point I get.
Also in this, we have Steve Zahn, who is in Diary of a Wimpy Kid and Dallas Buyers Club. We also have Judy Greer, and we have Woody Harrelson.
Yeah. Golden Globe.
Sorry.
He's been nominated for...
For what?
Longford?
What the hell is Longford?
Good question.
Is this right?
Why is my head
Hello?
full of, like dad
Is
jokes?
this thing on? Hello?
Hello?
Primetime
Rectum.
Emmy nominee for Little Dorrit?
What, was this TV shows?
It was an Emmy, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't recall him ever being nominated for an Oscar, ever.
No, that's surprising.
So, yeah, I mean, because when you think about it, he is rarely a live-action performer. Like, he was in King Kong, he was in Avengers Age of Ultron. He rarely plays a live-action role, but when he does, he's fine. But his physical performances, when they do motion capture on him, the way he can emote, not just Lord of the Rings, but he did the motion capture for King Kong. He's done all the motion capture for the Apes films.
Caesar.
Yeah, Caesar. He also does the voice acting for Caesar.
Yeah. His voice acting is great.
Is amazing. And this man is probably one of the best physical actors of our time. And the fact that he can't get a nomination breaks my heart. Because the Academy puts so much into the voice and the physical performance, but yet somehow recording it with a different camera says, oh no, now it doesn't count.
Right.
It's like, no, I think that's bullshit. Just because you're recording it in a motion capture studio, like if you go and record that and you see that performance, you're saying, wow, that's a fantastic performance. Or just capturing it on something different, So, I don't know, I think that's a little unfair, but anyway, the plot to this film, again, I have not seen Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, but this is the aftermath of that film, and basically humanity is on its last leg. There is basically one last stronghold for humanity. They have very little as far as way of military or in the way of technology anymore, but they are completely at war with the apes now. And the apes have also suffered a lot of losses.
So are the apes flying the fighter jets?
They might be.
Well, how?
I don't think they are.
No, I don't think so. But they've shown that they can handle human technology.
Right, but automobile and fighter jet. You have to have, you can figure out an automobile.
Any of us could get in a fighter jet and use it just like that.
Oh, okay.
Anybody.
Got it.
If you've got your C-class license, you can go.
C-class.
I got my CDL. I'll be fine.
I don't.
We can't fly fighter jets.
You know what I can drive? The fucking horse outside of Walmart. That's what I can drive.
The horse?
Quarter?
Yep, put a quarter in and
Nice.
Even if he
I can
doesn't
drive
have
it.
a quarter, he can do it.
Well, yeah, you can still technically ride it.
Still fun.
Stop dry humping the horse.
Sorry.
Giddy up.
Anyway.
Rawhide.
God.
Woody Harrelson is playing a character just named the Colonel. He doesn't really have a name, and he's in charge of the human forces. And Caesar is now at a bad point where he's tried to show as much sympathy as he can towards humanity. He realizes that humanity doesn't have a whole lot going for him at this point, and he's trying to show them leniency, just let bygones be bygones. But humanity's like, no, this is our planet, and we want it back, and you're apes, and we're gonna put you back in zoos, basically. And they're like, fuck off. No, we're not. So Caesar, from Rise of the Planet of the Apes, he was raised by humans. He loves humans, but humans keep treating him like shit. So he's kind of at a bad place now. So I go into these films, unfortunately, rooting for the apes because humans are assholes. In these films, humans are the bad guys.
I feel like you're supposed to go in there rooting for the apes almost.
Not always. I mean, there are people who go in and who... I mean, yeah, in Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Caesar is the good guy. And he's just looking for a place to exist. And to that end, people are like, okay, sure, he's allowed to exist. But then after the events of Rise of the Planet of the Apes, it becomes a little more ambiguous as to what the apes should be doing, or how they should be treating humanity, and how humanity should be treating them. The lines are blurred, because you can see that, well, there are asshole apes, just like there are asshole humans. So, how do we go from here? So, yeah, I really want to see this. I have to see Dawn of the Planet of the Apes first, but I really, really want to see this. I want to know how this ends up, and I don't know if they're going to be making a fourth film after this. This could be the last one. It could just end with them enslaving humanity, and then just leading to Planet of the Apes, which I think would be dark, but really cool.
Yeah.
So...
Full circle.
Yeah. And you saw Rise of the Planet of the Apes, right?
No, I haven't seen any of this one.
Okay.
This run of reboot.
Because they show like little hints to the original series in Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Because remember, in the first film, they get to the Planet of the Apes by taking their spaceship and crashing in a lake.
Right.
You see that spaceship taking off in Rise of the Planet of the Apes. It's like a little background. It's like on a TV broadcast.
Okay, cool.
So you're saying, okay, is this going to lead eventually to that happening?
Right.
But you don't know.
Yeah.
But that would be cool. Then just eventually just remaking the first film again, but it'd be like the fourth or fifth in the series.
Or at least just ending with
the ship crashing, right? That would be cool too.
Yeah.
So
I almost kind of hope that's what they're planning.
That would be cool. Yeah. Then Heston just gets off.
Right.
Full circle. Over.
You bastards.
Guns don't kill people. Apes with guns kill people.
That's right.
T-shirt.
Or my cold dead ape hands.
So again, I know you guys haven't seen the previous film, but what do you think of this trailer? And do you want to see this?
The trailer looks great. I mean, like you said, Andy Serkis is awesome in basically most of what he does. I was so on board with it until the last 5 seconds when they gave Woody Harrelson that terrible line.
Which line?
This is going to turn into a Planet of Apes.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, really, guys? Was that necessary?
I think they did it on obviously they did it on purpose, but I think that was kind of like a.
I can only imagine maybe it's one of those lines that doesn't show up in the film, and they just did it for the trailer, because there are some lines that do that.
Yeah.
You know,
but it's just like why you were doing so well.
I feel like Peter, like he said it.
Right, exactly.
That's the name of the movie.
Right, exactly.
That was a little cringeworthy.
Yeah.
Yes,
but otherwise, the trailer looks great. I still do want to see this whole series. I want to start with Rise and then Dawn and then this. I don't know if I'll see it in theaters. I probably won't, because I know I'm not going to watch the other two in time. Just because that's how
honesty is the best policy.
That's how my life works.
Well, again, I think
maybe a couple years.
I think I own Rise. So if you want to come over sometime and watch Rise, we can do that.
Oh yeah, babe.
But I don't own Dawn, but I should own it, because again, everyone who I've spoken to has loved it.
Yeah.
So
go out to Second and Charles, find a cheap copy.
Yeah, there you go.
Or even the library might have it.
Yeah.
Second and Charles the tits.
Huh. That's their catchphrase.
These movies are awesome. Action. I watched. If you go to YouTube, I don't know if you've seen it before. If you just Google Andy Serkis or YouTube Andy Serkis, pretty much everything that shows up is him doing like live action shit. And I watched some of the Planet of the Apes shit.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty cool.
Behind the scenes kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And how physical he is, man.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid he's going to hurt himself because of how he's bending his body to make the shapes of an ape. How are you able to do that? I know he learned through playing Gollum, and being that physical, but it's amazing.
Watch the videos; they're pretty cool. I was watching them while you guys were talking.
Oh, cool.
No, that's what you were doing.
Yeah, sorry.
You must wake up in the morning as just like a ball of a person and have to like stretch back out to
like a
human size.
transformer?
Yes.
Got his own.
He can turn into a
chiropractor.
little cassette player that Decepticons had and could put in that boombox. Yeah, it was pretty sweet.
Circustron.
Circustron. Nice.
What were you gonna say, Black Lantern?
I think they said it. I don't know.
I think
What is
the
it,
mic
fucking
just picked up
Berber?
the scratching
What
of
was
your
that?
ass.
Jesus. It's like a scratching
my hip.
post.
But I
Like
scratched
your
my
actual
pocket.
hip bone.
Yeah, it was just dragging across.
Yeah.
I was dragging sand across my
Yeah,
hip
really.
bone.
Terrifying.
Finally, we'll move into feature presentations.
Boo.
First one up is Split.
What?
Split.
Split?
Oh, yeah.
Let's say you
I
should
was
know.
gonna say you better be on board with this one.
I do want to see this one.
Split looks awesome, dude.
I'm fearful because it's
That's why I
M.
like
Night. And the early press for this has either been you love it or you hate it.
Mm-hmm.
And I can only assume that the people who are hating it because it's M. Night. And so maybe there's some terrible twist in there. Like, oh, the girls are actually just his extra personalities or some shit.
God damn it, you probably just ruined the whole movie.
You know, if I just called that, I'm sorry. But
It's, to be fair, if you really think about M. Night movies, sometimes it's pretty easy to call what's going on.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, especially now that
In
you're
retrospect,
aware. Well,
yeah.
no,
In
not even
hindsight,
that.
it's a
But
little easier.
like that's his thing. You know that's his
There's something
thing.
coming,
And, yeah. So you're like, if you think about it, like, oh, he's gonna have a twist. It could be this. Then
you're
you
looking
might be
for
right.
it.
Yeah.
To be fair to M. Night, I knew the twist to The Visit, and I watched it, and it was still kind of good.
I didn't hate The Visit.
Yeah.
Like, knowing the twist, I
The
still was like,
Kids go to the grandparents' house.
Is found footage.
she's like getting the oven. and
Oh,
clean
I
it.
never saw that one.
It was decent.
That was probably his best film in a long time. Now, again, it wasn't good, but it's his best film in probably a decade.
Did he do Devil?
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought
But
Devil
no,
was
he
okay.
didn't direct that. He wrote that.
Okay, I was gonna say I thought Devil was pretty good.
I wasn't a fan of Devil.
I watched it
I don't
like
like
3
that actress who played that old biddy. So
Because of the face she made.
the face she made, I made.
She made. Why don't you like her? Why don't you like the old lady? That's
Yes,
actually,
her face.
I think that's like a.
I don't like her
That's
face.
some sort of ism.
Facism.
Facism? The hell is facism?
No, old personism.
I don't know.
No, I like some old people. Just not her.
I don't know where this is going.
My grandparents are okay. All the others can burn in hell.
Yeah.
No, there's some nice people. It's like anyone. You
Jenny
like some.
O'Hara was the old woman.
She had like that stupid spiky hair. She looks like she has a mustache and like a unibrow.
Whoa.
Nice.
Okay, maybe not so much as a unibrow, but she definitely looks like she has a mustache.
Oh, she did. I don't even know her, but she did.
So I do want to see Split. I think that the previews have been good. I want to see what the plot's leading to because he has like 23 personalities, but a 24th is going to come out, which they just call the Beast. Like, what the hell is the Beast? You know?
He's blue.
Blue.
Yeah.
Blue
Harry.
like Beast.
Oh. I want to see this. I'm gonna try not to get my hopes up for it because
M. Night.
Yeah, M. Night, but I want to see it. What
I
about
think
you
it
guys?
looks cool, man.
Yeah.
But he has a tendency to do that to people.
Mm-hmm.
He has a tendency to go, check out this fucking cool movie, and then it's like, water kills aliens! Spoiler alert.
Nice.
Yep.
And you're like, God damn it!
Yeah, they really landed
Fucking
on the
ruined
right
it.
planet, didn't they?
And it's like, this movie takes place in the 1700s. No, it doesn't! It's today! And you're like, damn it! You did it again! Fool me once, shame on me.
But you know, it got
Fool me
so,
7
it got
times.
so
Fool me
bad.
twice, I'm Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
It got so bad that he was revealing the twist in the trailers. Remember After Earth, which he directed? He revealed the twist
Was that
in
Will
the trailer.
Smith?
Yeah, Will Smith and
Yeah.
Jaden Smith. Where they said, like, do you know what planet this is? This is Earth. It's like, you revealed the twist in your fucking trailer.
So it's Earth, then.
That
You
was
did
the
it.
Twist.
Well, it was meant to be a twist in the film, but they showed it in the fucking trailer. It's like, what?
Huh.
Why the fuck did you do that? That's stupid.
Remember in Sixth Sense where they showed Bruce Willis being dead?
You're spoiling all of his films right now. I mean, they've
Who
been out.
hasn't seen these movies? If you haven't seen these movies, dude, you're not listening to this podcast.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But I mean, I get yelled at for spoiling films all the time.
Who yells at
and
you?
I try my best not to.
Well, they can yell at me all they want.
Okay.
Because I don't really catch any flack. So
Yet.
So
not yet.
Goddess, Dystopian, do you guys want to see this?
Not really.
No?
I mean, it looks like a good performance, but I don't know.
All right.
Didn't really grab me.
I like him as an actor, so I'm even more
Yeah.
the fact that he signed on for this movie makes me more inclined to want to see it.
Yeah. That's a good
So I'm trying to think of like the big name actors in the movies in the past, and I'm like, dude, he's pretty big right now. Like
He is.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably not signing up for shit. You know what I
You
mean?
would hope not.
Like he's not gonna do Dumb and Dumber 2.
Right.
Well, you can't. You already did that.
I know, but that's that type of movie, you son of a.
Anywho, I want to see it. Yes, I'm a little bit cautious of the whole multiple personality thing as well.
Because there are a lot of them. There's 23.
Yeah.
It's a lot to cram into one film.
Jim Carrey just shows up.
Yeah.
23.
Well played. Well played.
Jim Carrey's the beast.
Whoa!
Hey!
Holy shit.
I like where this is going. John Goodman actually kidnapped the girls.
So it's a time to 10 Cloverfield Lane? Wow, holy fuck.
Didn't you say they were doing that with the horror universe? That they were just starting to loop everybody in like the same universe
Pretty
or
much,
something?
yeah.
That would be fucking cool. Good job, M. Night. Fucking blew my mind.
Turns out he's been directing all these films secretly and is tying them all together.
Motherfucker.
Wow. He's going for the long...
That's what it is. He's going to drop a bomb on us in like 20 years. And we'll be like, he's a genius! All the movies were tied together.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Joey Lawrence?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yep.
I love Blossom.
Moving on to our next feature presentation.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Next feature presentation, which is Triple X, The Return of Xander Cage.
Thank goodness he's back.
Woo! He's returned.
Yeah.
What?
He's a
You
return.
heard the lady. He's a return. It took our Xander.
Took my germ. Anyway.
What the hell did
I
you
have
just
to
say?
Doesn't matter.
I have to ask what the point of having these Triple X films be a thing now, because we basically have this with the Fast and Furious series. Like, Triple X was known for being that over-the-top action series, and because you had the first two, and Vin Diesel didn't come back for the second. You had, was it Ice Cube, who came in for the second one, which, again, he's actually returning in this too, so you have both those characters from both the films in this, but I really didn't enjoy Triple X.
I wasn't really... What was
Never
the first
saw it.
one? Or was Triple X the first one?
Yeah.
What was this? There was...
Second one was Triple X State of the Union.
Quadruple X.
Whoa.
What's the other Vin Diesel movie that's tied together, but they're titled differently?
Fast and
Pitch
Furious.
Black. And
That's what it was.
Oh,
Sorry.
Riddick.
Riddick, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I like those movies. Triple X, I could care less for.
You know, he actually owns the Riddick series.
Yeah.
It's good.
He bought it out, and now he basically can
Do whatever he
he
wants,
can continue making the films if he wants to.
Yeah, those were good.
He liked that character so much. He's like, I want to keep making these. So they
Triple X
made just the one called Riddick a couple years ago, but apparently they're going to make one more in that series. So yeah,
Triple X never really did it for me, I guess. He's no John Wick.
yeah, this is true. Yeah, I don't care about this series, and the fact that they're again releasing it in January, it makes me a little skittish. But any of these films being released in January makes me a little worrisome about them, because it's a dumping ground. If you don't have faith in your screenplay or your product, you put it in January. So I don't want to see this. I don't care enough about this series. I don't know who was clamoring for another Triple X film, but no, I don't care about this one at all.
I won't be seeing it.
I haven't seen in either of the other two. So.
I saw Triple X.
I can't even remember what happened in Triple X. I saw it, and it was forgettable for me.
It is very forgettable.
No,
I won't be seeing this one, man.
No frigging.
Maybe
idea.
if it's on like FX or something in 3 years.
Not even then. I wouldn't even watch it for that, because it would be edited down. I wouldn't want to watch it at that point.
Take that.
Moving on to our next feature presentation, which is A Dog's Purpose.
No, thank you.
No. I heard an early review for this, and they basically said it is the saddest moments of Marley and Me stretched into 2 hours. I said, no! I can't do this. I can't do this film. And I know the fangirl somewhere is like crying over this movie. She cried when we watched this. I think she said that when she first saw it, she had to sit down with Fandog and hug her for like 10 minutes straight and just kept crying. Jeez. I was like, oh. I can't watch this film. This film is going to break my heart.
It's probably going to be a great movie. I'm not going to know. I'm not going to know, and I'm not going to be able to tell you.
Right.
It may, in fact, be great, and power to it, but I can't watch it. I'm going to be an emotional wreck.
Yeah, I don't like being sad.
I'm okay with being sad. I just can't do dog sad. I can't do dog sad. I don't know. I can't do it.
Yeah, I won't be doing this one either.
But I hope it's good. For those people who want to see it, I hope it's good because the trailer was very effective. I will give it that.
Yeah, it was. That's what made me go, nope. Yeah. It was so good, I went, no thank you.
Especially when you know, like, there's other movies like Dogs, whatever, and you're like, oh, I hope they don't die. And this one is like, no, you're guaranteed.
Right, exactly.
The dog's gonna die at least 7 or 8 times in the film. Like, fuck!
Yeah.
Just over and over.
Yeah. So
don't bring him back again.
I mean, like, maybe this is one of those movies where if you're just like, man, I'm just not happy recently, go see this movie and just get it all out.
Oh, man.
Get it all out.
That would be a rough night.
Double feature with Schindler's List.
Or, what's the other one? The other Max?
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
I didn't see that either. I'm not going to see these movies. I'm sorry.
I haven't
seen
it.
Max was the one where it was the
military dog.
And then the owner passed away in war, and then they brought the dog back.
Yeah, I don't watch that.
I'm not seeing these damn movies because I don't want to be sad.
Exactly.
Walk out there bawling like, well, I'm going to get a dog now.
Or 10.
13? Yeah, dogs. 10 was good enough. I didn't have to go any further. Your number was perfect.
Oh, thanks.
Our final feature presentation of the night is Resident Evil, the final chapter.
They say final.
Yeah.
Chapter.
Resident Evil, a new chapter.
The new final
chapter. New book with different chapters.
To boldly go where new chapters have gone before.
The search for more money.
They just restart the series again. That's what they do.
Lord.
I mean, how long has it been?
Yeah.
10, 15 years since the first one came out?
The first one came out in 2001,
But if they're still making sequels...
16, but that's what I'm saying. Then you just start over, just like Batman. They started with Batman.
I mean, hell, they were talking
like
about
10 years.
They were talking about recasting Kate Beckinsale in the Underworld series.
Underworld, yep.
Yeah, so they're going to reboot that. They may reboot Resident Evil as
That's what happens. I mean,
they're going to eventually.
10, 12, 15 years. That's long enough now for people to go, we can reboot this.
I mean, hell, they've rebooted Spider-Man 3 times in 15 years. What's to stop them from doing it?
Tobey Maguire was what, 2000?
Had 1 or 3 movies tops. And then they reboot it.
Right.
I don't know what my point is. I'm just hoping that they
No,
don't.
I know what you're saying. It's like, let it die.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, we have 19 Batman movies since 1989. And they just keep bringing them back. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to see every fucking one of them. Because that's my thing. But... there's a point where it's like, okay, give it a couple more years. Like, let us wait a little bit. You don't have to keep blasting us with
Fair enough.
The same movie over and over again.
Yeah, this is the 6th film in the series, I believe, and I believe that as far as like Rotten Tomatoes, Metacritic, each film has gotten a worse review. So that doesn't spell well for this one.
No.
I don't care. This film is so far past what the Resident Evil games were about at this point that I don't care about.
It's spawned its own little universe.
It is. It's its own little universe now. It has very little to do with the video games. So, and again, I only played really the first Resident Evil, which is still a great game.
Yeah,
I think I actually just they had the HD version for download. I don't know if you got that on PlayStation Network.
I saw that was...
Yeah, I got that on download, so I got the HD version. I'm going to play that at some point.
I don't have PlayStation Plus right now, but I saw that was the game for January, right?
Yeah.
Is that the franchise where the new game is coming out?
Yes.
And the
apparently, a new game is going to be fucking pretty good.
Right.
Yeah.
The thing and
The house with the thing.
Perfectly
right.
described.
Doggy paddle motion you just did.
Nailed it.
They have a different title for it, but it's Resident Evil 7. Yeah.
There's something
Undead
different
donkey.
about What's different about this game?
Well,
it's like the perspective. Or
it's
different?
not only first person, but it's also not action. It's more back to its horror roots.
Right.
Yeah.
The last few games have been very much action oriented.
Yeah.
Yeah, run and gun type scenarios. It's you're in a house and you really have no way to defend yourself. It's
That's
more
right.
like
you
it's more like
you're
Outlast.
escaping a family. Is that what it is? Yeah, that's what it is.
Like it's like a Texas Chainsaw scenario where they're inbred cannibal bastards, and you gotta try and get out of there.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
The whole game is escaping a house.
Right. So yeah, I want to play that game, but do I want to see this movie? No.
Yeah, I definitely want to play the game.
Do not.
I'd rather play. I haven't played a single game, but I'd rather do.
Like ever?
No,
Any
Resident
game.
Evil game.
Oh, it was like not even like
ever.
Sorry or Trouble or.
I don't do games.
Yeah. I don't
love
do
games.
diapers.
King's Cup.
I don't do homework.
I don't do diapers. Did you say that already?
Yep.
You did.
Damn it.
First thing.
Can you just edit that out?
Sure.
So I don't look like a giant asshole.
Do not edit that out. By any means necessary.
I've got you telling me to edit it out. I got you telling me not to edit it out. So who do I go with here?
Who do I shoot? Which one do I choose?
Which one's the real Will?
Which one's the real one? Really, are we doing this? Well, that's it for Threading and Dreading for the night. I want to thank the Goddess of Gore for coming by.
Sassy.
Perfect.
Yep.
Thank you for the puns tonight.
No.
Yes, I'm thanking you for the
Yes.
puns.
Thank you
I-
very kindly.
Nope. I do not accept your thanks.
Good.
Thank you.
No.
I want to
Okay.
thank the Dystopian for coming by.
No, thank you for stopping by.
Oh, thank you for stopping.
Oh, well, thanks. No, really.
This
Thank
is
you.
my house now.
Oh, wow.
I'm the captain now.
Worf.
No, what's it?
Captain Phillips?
Captain
Yep,
Phillips.
spot on Worf impersonation.
It was kind of Worfish. Listen to it later.
All right. We'll fix it in post.
Yep. I want to thank the Black Lantern for coming by.
My pleasure. Get out of my house.
Yeah, all right. I once again am the Projectionist. Well, thank you all for tuning in. Have a very good night and take care.
Ah!